So for people who've never fasted before, can you explain the top three immediate benefits that someone might experience after completing the
Sure. To
meditations?
understand the benefits of fasting, you really need to understand why it is people are sick and miserable in society today. And part of that is that people eat ultra-processed foods, which fool their satiety mechanism, so they get fat. And when people get fat, part of that fat is called visceral fat. And visceral fat is hypertrophic and hypermetabolic, and it acts like a tumor. Yet they all have inflammation from visceral fat as an associated component. And so that's why it makes sense when you figure that people eat too much, they get fat, they get visceral fat, they produce inflammation, and then they get this variety of common diseases. Fasting preferentially mobilizes visceral fat. So when you go on a fast, you get rid of weight, but you specifically get rid of fat, and more specifically get rid of visceral fat. So for example, a person that fasts for 2 weeks may lose 10% of their body weight, but they'll lose 20% of their fat and maybe as much as 40% of their visceral fat. So this preferential mobilization of visceral fat may be helpful in a reason why conditions like high blood pressure resolve with fasting. And so fasting can reverse a disease that under medical treatment you're told you can never recover from.